It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And tonight we'll be watching Nick Vucevic do his thing. Vuce, one of the better big men in the league at putting the ball on the floor and attacking the rim. Just how beneficial is that for a big man to have in their skill set, big man?
Well, first of all, anybody with a Vic in their last name is a heck of a player.
Why is that?
Stojakovic, Petrovic, and my favorite, O'Nealovic.
What about
anyway?
Maravich?
Oh, don't forget Maravich. Good job, Kenny. But this coach, he lets Vucevic play out on the high post more often. And he has a very quick first step. I love Vucevic.
Well, he creates a lot of mismatches because of the mid-range game that he has. For a big guy to get in that mid-range area, attacks the rim, he is tough to guard.
And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. That was awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last game for the Hornets, the loss to the Celtics. A real closely contested game. They couldn't come up with a couple of key baskets, and they lost by 3.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
Ditto that. When you give up this many points at the line, makes it a lot easier for the opposition.
Clark, how long into a season do you wait until win-loss counts really start to matter?
I don't know if you can put a specific timeline on it, Kevin, but I think you kind of look at the season in maybe 10-day windows or 5-game windows, maybe a month window. It varies from coach to coach. For me personally, I would try to look at things in 10-day to 2-week windows and then evaluate from that standpoint.
A look at the Magic starting group. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Payton in at the 1 spot. Now here's Walker, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Williams dishes to Lamb. Shot clock at 5. Howard with a screen on Vucevic. No good from Lamb. And here is Payton. They really needed more from him in that loss to Golden State. Ross kicks to Gordon, using his post move to get the 2 points. Gordon's got his first 2 points.
Nice seeing Gordon get it done over some pretty tight, stingy defense there, showing just how confident he is in the post.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Howard. Vucevic with the block.
And you know, with Vucevic, as is the case with all shot blockers, it's about timing. And how can you bait that shooter into shooting a shot that you know you can block?
Now here's Gordon. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Now here's Fournier, covered by Lamb. Here's Vucevic, and it's Orlando with another.
And Vucevic not lacking for confidence at all. I mean, he has no problem popping the J once he gets the ball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Screen by Howard. Inland kicks to Walker. Over Payton. Shot's good by Walker.
And maybe that'll get them going. They need to find a rhythm.
Yeah, good to see them finally find the bottom of the net, because I think they got to build off of that.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Orlando out in front, up 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm to see it every time he steps on the floor. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the Magic, they've got Elfrid Payton. Hezonja's out there with Isaac. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Simmons in at the 2-guard spot. Back to Payton. Lets the 3 fly. Orlando with a fresh 24. Here's Hezonja. And he misses his first shot. Hornets trail by 3. 1:11 left here in the second. Monk, the pass to Kaminsky. There's a good screen. The shot by Monk is no good.
And, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Biyombo, no luck.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
And Zeller kicks to Monk. Pass to Kaminsky. Shoots over Biyombo. Biyombo with the block.
And this is something Biyombo excels in. Timing and blocking shots.
The Magic have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Hezonja kicks to Simmons. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Isaac, guarded by Walker. 2 points, that one goes.
And Isaac, Kevin, is no stranger to contact. Doesn't mind it, embraces it, and as a result, the defense can't bother or distract him.
And there's the pass to Bacon. Kaminsky kicks to Walker. Here's Bacon. There's the pick. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Magic lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense, called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position to win. They look too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You always say it, Clark, so much of the game is played inside your mind, between the ears, in your head. Which players jump out to you as being some of the smartest players on the floor?
Kevin, there are so many guys that fall into that category. LeBron James is at the top of the list for me because of how he impacts the game in so many ways at both ends of the floor, and his size and athleticism make him unique. Chris Paul, another guy who has great awareness on the court.
MKG and Williams are the forwards. Jeremy Lamb out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. No good from Ross.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot clock at 3. Walker's shot is off. Orlando trailing here. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Vucevic. Nice shot from the wing. Vucevic has got his second bucket.
Impeccable form of Vucevic. I mean, when he's shooting from the mid-range, that's a shot that he's going to make more times than not.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Back to Williams. Kid Gilchrist trying to free himself up. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got the lead up to 1 now for the Hornets.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Execution paramount. Speed it up and put the defense on their heels if you can.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Here's Lamb from deep. No good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Hornets on top, up by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Poise and aggressiveness on the offensive end. Everything we do is with speed and force on the offensive end.
Frank Vogel clearly would like to see these guys attack the defense a little bit more, but also avoid costly mistakes.
Yeah, and this is where I think you want to keep things simple. Make the right cut, the right pass. Don't worry about the style, just the score.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Down low, it's the athletic pair of Gordon and Biyombo. Fournier out there with Simmons. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Now here's Lamb. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. And Lamb kicks to Kaminsky. He dishes it to Zeller.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
There's a screen. Pass to Isaac. Outside, Simmons. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Fournier. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Charlotte shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Fournier. The turnaround J. It falls!
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 5. 44 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Kaminsky. Williams comes in for Zeller. And Walker subbed in for Monk. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. And it's Peyton in for Simmons. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Fournier, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
When you're guarding Fournier, you just have to be really careful. I mean, he's an uncanny player who's talented and really good at drawing contact as he goes to the rim.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
He's able to hit the second one, and that trims the lead to 6. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Relax on the first.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Tell you what, Walker is an exceptional scorer. I mean, a clever guard who wreaks havoc with his quickness and ball skills.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Here's Orlando now.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yep, this one's a wrap, partner.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.